You're watching Willis Wonders. That's right. I've been doing some messages about what I've been really wondering about, and this was really developed in early of April after we had I agreed to the 2-week shutdown. Now, it's never happened before. It was never requested. All the diseases and all the viruses and all the pandemics that we've had, nobody's ever attacked it by this principle of shutting everything down. Well, it's 6 months later, and there's a lot of shutdowns still going on. And I've been wondering, and most of this message came to me in the first week or so of April. Actually, in just within an hour, all of it came put together. So I've got these questions. I've got these ponderings and these wonderings that's going on in my mind. And after all this time period, some of it has actually is very evident. So I'm not telling you anything. I am just voicing something that maybe many of you all are thinking and feeling and believing. And so, yes, 2 days ago we talked about A. We're going through A to Z, A, B, C, D, all the way to Z. And what are my applications and principles of this coronavirus and what's happening after it, or what it's being used for. And the first one was A, it's an attack on America. Yesterday we talked about the attack on business, and particularly small businesses. And today we're going to talk about C. And C is the attack on the Constitution. The attack on the Constitution. The founding principles of our forefathers is wanting to be trashed. We literally have a liberal party that's been taken over by some elitists. They're called Democrats still. Now, I can remember decades later, I could have voted for a local Democrat and so forth. But today, they have this agenda that they have to abide by. And this agenda wants to destroy this Constitution. They literally have said on national TV they could do a lot more, but the Constitution gets in the way. You have to think about that, people. How do you even call that an American political party? I'm just wondering. All right? Now, I have in my office at home a copy of the Constitution. All right? There's the Star-Spangled Banner, there's the Bill of Rights, there's Monroe Doctrine, and there's Gettysburg Address. Now, I want to read just this top line, okay? Not even getting into the Constitution, just as introduction. And we fail right now at the introduction. You've got to pay attention. We've got to wake up. We've let this nasty narrative go on for literally 50 years. And we just keep backing up and we keep shutting up. We're going to lose our country. You're going to lose everything unless we wake up. This is Jim Willis's Wonders. Here's what the Constitution says, just the introduction. If you haven't read it, if you haven't thought about it, that's why you're buying all this stuff. Hook, line, and sinker. We the people of the United States, this is what they wrote in 1776, thereabouts. In the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, they wanted to do better than their forefathers, than the countries that we came from. And to establish justice is what we want to do. To ensure domestic tranquility, to provide for the common defense, to promote the general welfare, to secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and to our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. We're failing at that, and we haven't even gotten to the articles. We got to wake up. We got to get involved. It goes on and on. I have 3 pages of these articles, okay, of the Constitution. You can YouTube them now. You can Google them. You can do whatever you want. Now, there's another part I want to read to us here, being that it's been so highly energized and misused, misapplied, improperly interpreted. Here's what the Gettysburg Address says at the very bottom. At the very bottom here, Abraham Lincoln. he ends with, that we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God, yes, he said it, it wasn't him put it in there, under God is what Abraham Lincoln, the President of the United States, said, this nation shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. We are the only country that has that government, say it again, of the people, by the people, for the people. Nobody else has that. It's under a big attack. We have to understand, I'm going to say it, I'm going to combine politics and religion all in one sentence for you so that we understand exactly what I'm wondering about. I'm wondering how the Democratic Party of the United States can literally, on national TV, debate the fact that we want socialism and destroy this Constitution. Are you thinking about that? Are you wondering how does that even constitute as American? As a Christian? You know, when they take over the country, they're going to come after us Christians. We're the deplorables. We are the ones that get in their way, that offend them in every way of what they want to do. Now, as you notice on the other side, I've hidden the Christian response. I could have put Christ, I could have put church, I could have put Christianity. We're going to wrap them all up into one. We have a tremendous responsibility, particularly when it was our Christian founding fathers that founded this country, to get back to church. Get back to church. You know, the Psalms 1:12 says, I was glad when they said, come unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. I've been going to church as long as church has been open. I've done Zoom. Okay, we've done all that other stuff. But I just love getting around people. And there's a story I don't know. Why haven't the churches? We complied. We were good citizens. We wanted to protect our congregation. We wanted to support our country, and we all shut down for 2 weeks. And not my business. I got run over. Okay, but as a whole, the country shut down for 2 weeks, and just to try to cooperate with the game plan of our country. After that, what in the world's going on? And they put the churches. They closed the churches. You can't meet 10 people, you know. And the abortion clinics are open, but you churches, you got to stay closed. But the liquor stores are still open. Interesting, very fascinating. I'm telling you, we are in their way of their agenda, and the more we can keep us out of the way, the more they can do their agenda. So look what's happened to the streets without the church being out there. Don't take much wondering to put those two pieces of the puzzle together. We are the temple of God. Holy Spirit lives here. It's not the buildings, it's our bodies. We need to be out. Can you imagine what it's going to be like at the rapture when we are gone? We've got to be busy doing about our duty as a Christian in getting out among them. Great outline in 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and some verses in Ephesians. But the church is a creation of Jesus Christ. He's the founder of the church. He's the head of the church. He's commissioned the church. The church is a living body, not a bunch of buildings. They do represent where we meet, but it's only an identity of what's going on inside our beings. And that's where we meet. The church is uniquely related to Jesus Christ like anything else, like nothing else. We are the body of Jesus Christ. Just like, come on, the preacher can spread that out for 13 weeks. And So much information. The church is members uniquely related to each other. We are a bunch of odd ducks. Come on, who are we kidding? But God has put us together to love each other, work together, and to save the lost, to edify the saints, and to save the lost. We've got to be busy about that message of hope more than ever before. People are in great despair. People are in great fear. People are in great insecurity, and we can get all of that in Jesus Christ. And if you don't have that, please contact me. I'd be happy to share with you how you too can have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. And the church is given a commission to give that gospel of hope, to give that gospel of forgiveness to all. We've got a lot to do, people. First of all, we got to save our country. We got to save our Constitution. But if you've given your life to Christ, you need to be out there defending us. I'm Jim Willis, and I'm just wondering. Today was C. Tomorrow will be D in the beginning of the terrible five. All right.